You need to collectively.
No.
Okay. Just return.
$5 and $3.
So it doesn't go up quite
It's
half?
not quite half.
Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting of the Pinetop-Lakeside Town Council to order. We do have a quorum. I would ask that everybody make sure that your cell phones are silenced. I would invite you all to stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. We have a special guest who's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance tonight, Noah Israel, who is a 5th grader at Blue Ridge. So thank you for coming, Noah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Noah. We appreciate you taking your time out to come tonight. Our invocation tonight, at my special request, is Tony Alba, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Before I begin, this has been a very sad and difficult day for the town, as you all know. Mayor reached out to me today with a request for a special prayer that I will honor to deliver to you all today. So this is the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi, also known as the Peace Prayer. So if you'd all please bow your heads. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. And it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen.
Thank you very much, Tony. Appreciate that. Item B on our agenda tonight is call to the public. This is a business meeting of the Town Council. The town values and welcomes public input. Any citizen desiring to speak on a matter that is within the jurisdiction of the Town Council may do so at this time. Comments shall be limited to 3 minutes per person and shall be addressed to the Town Council as a whole and not to any individual member. Issues raised shall be limited to those within the jurisdiction of the Town Council. Pursuant to the Arizona Open Meeting Law, the Town Council cannot discuss or act on items presented at this time. At the conclusion of the call to the public, individual Town Council members may respond to criticism made by those who have spoken and ask staff to review the matter or ask that a matter be put on a future agenda. We have a couple of requests tonight for call to the public. Dylan Gibson. Go ahead.
Hi, good evening. My name is Dylan Gibson, and I was hoping that you guys could consider getting a skate park up in Pinetop for us older kids to do. Because for the little kids, there's many stuff to do, like swing sets and parks, but for us older kids, there is a lot of parks for the little kids, but nothing for us older kids. The skate park in Shello is fun, but it is too far away for us kids in Pinetop and Lakesides. Thank you for your time. God bless you. Any questions?
Thank you for bringing that to us tonight, Dylan. Are there any questions, comments?
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. We'll take that under consideration.
Thank you.
David Wesley.
Madam Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the council.
So living in a climate with seasons comes with cycles of regeneration and rebirth. We're in a cycle of regeneration. And recognizing the effort it takes to manage a cycle like this, I want to thank everyone sitting on the dais tonight for tending this garden.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Any other requests? Okay, thank you. We are going to go ahead and move on then to item C, which is our consent agenda. All items listed in the consent agenda are considered routine matters and will be enacted by one motion of the council. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of town council requests that an item or items be removed for discussion. Council members may ask questions without removal of the item from the consent agenda. Items removed are considered in their normal sequence as listed on the agenda unless called out of sequence. Councilor Heisler?
I'd request that item C4 be removed from the consent agenda.
I second that.
All in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. That carries unanimously. So the consent agenda then will be items C1, 2, and 3. Do I have a motion, or are there any questions first? I should ask that. Vice Mayor?
I move to approve the consent agenda, which would include C1, C2, and C3.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Thank you. That carries unanimously. We will reschedule item D4 for a future agenda. I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Yes.
I totally misunderstood. I apologize. Okay. Then I would entertain a motion on item C4. Vice Mayor?
I move to approve C4.
I'll second that. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Thank you. That carries 6 with 1 abstention. Item D on our agenda tonight is business before the council. Public comment will be taken at the beginning of each agenda item after the subject has been announced by the mayor and explained by staff. Any citizen who wishes may speak one time for 5 minutes on each agenda item before or after council discussion. Questions from council members, however, may be directed to staff or a member of the public through the mayor at any time. Item D1 is a public hearing, information and discussion of proposed fiscal year 2025-26 Consolidated Fee Schedule, and consider legal action to approve resolution number 25-1774, adopting and declaring as a public record that certain document filed with the town clerk and entitled FY 2025-2026 Consolidated Fee Schedule, effective July 5th, 2025. Christy?
Good evening, Mayor Irwin and Council. What we have for you tonight is the fiscal year 25-26 Consolidated Fee Schedule. It was posted for 60 days prior to bringing it to this meeting per state statute. There's only a few new items this year. The police department is adding a personnel per hour and a video. If somebody requests a body cam footage, it's $46 an hour. And that was already there, but what we did add is that there's going to be a minimum of $46 because if they do it for half an hour and they redact it, it's a lot of work. So by statute, we can still charge a minimum of $46 for a half an hour. And then at council's request, the collection center fees for non-residents, there's a whole new section. You'll see a lot of yellow highlights. It's the exact same items, just at a higher price for a non-resident. And I don't know if you want to ask Matt how they intend to run that over at the collection center.
Yeah, that would be great information. And those are basically the changes we're looking at.
That's basically it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. What's your thought on that one, Matt, please?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We've looked into several options. So one of them we've talked about, there's a scanner where you can use their ID to scan their ID, and then it'll pop up on the screen if it's in the town or not. So we've been looking at that. We've been trying to figure out the best way. If not, Damien thinks he can, for the most part, get through it because we have so many regulars that he doesn't think it's going to be as big of a problem as I've been making it out with him to be. So I will continue to look. We got about 30 days before it has to be posted.
It's 30 days.
And we'll be ready to do whatever we need to separate the two out. The fee went up by 0.5%. So it was, so anything that was not a zero, because we don't take change anymore, we had to round up. So that's what it's 1.5. It's what is times 5. So that's where we're at for non-residents.
Okay. Any questions for Matt? Okay, thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
This is a public hearing, so this is an opportunity for any member of the public to address us on this issue. Okay, seeing none, I will go ahead and close the public hearing. Any questions or comments from council or motion?
I'll make a motion.
Councilor Heisler?
I move to approve resolution number 25-1774, adopting and declaring as a public record a certain document filed with the town clerk entitled FY 2025-2026 Town Consolidated Fee Schedule effective July 5th, 2025.
I'll second that.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. Is there further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Thank you. That carries unanimously. Item D2 is a public hearing, discussion, and consideration of ordinance number 25-484, amending Town Code Title 8, Chapter 8.04, Fire Restrictions Outdoor Burning, Chapters 8.04.010 through 8.04.090. Chief.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council. I appreciate your time in reviewing this and your consideration on the amendments that were proposed. Staff over the last couple of seasons has been concerned about our ordinance not aligning with our partner agencies in the area. And I feel it's a lot easier for us to kind of align with everybody else, pushing out the same message each year if we go into fire restrictions. It's a lot easier for the public to understand that if we're all pushing out the same message. So there was amendments in pretty much all of the sections in Title 8, including the violations, and I'd be happy to go over any concerns of those areas if you wish, and I can help explain those.
Are there any specific questions on these? Go ahead, Vice Mayor.
I do have one question on, and I didn't look carefully to see if it was in several places, but this is on page, well, it starts on page 63. We're under 8.04.030, general fire restrictions.
Do you need it down, or do you have it?
Could you repeat that, sir?
Yeah.
8.04.030?
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
And just going down there, it says during red flag warning conditions as posted by the National Weather Service, I won't read the whole thing, but then it says the following fires are exempted from these fire restrictions. And you go to page 64, fires used only for cooking of food or for providing warmth for human beings, and I'm completely understandable about that. But then it goes on to say, or for recreational purposes, to include campfires and charcoal fires. I just question why we, on a red flag warning, we would allow any campfires, especially for recreational purposes, even if it's in somebody's yard. My understanding was that was not allowable during red flag warnings. And I just bring that up to you that on page 67, let's see, it's not in that one, I guess.
I did confer with the Navajo County Emergency Manager on that. That is currently within their ordinance, and I think they tried to get that taken out when they proposed that to their board, but their board chose to keep it in because they have a broader area across the county. But I'm happy if to take that out if you feel that that's not necessary. It would kind of help with us with our enforcement because people kind of tend to want to push those boundaries, and I think it would be probably a good idea to remove that, so we kind of keep everybody.
I would suggest we do that for the town anyway then, that during red flag, they're not allowed to have any kind of recreational fire. Again, I understand for the cooking or heat, warmth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't see a reason for recreational.
Especially in our area, we got a lot more fuel in our area, and I think it would probably be a good idea to restrict that if the council wishes that. So.
Dan, can you repeat what the number was on that? I'm sorry.
That is 8.04.030, general fire restrictions, and it's under A.
Okay.
And we want to remove the or for recreational purposes, campfires and charcoal fires.
Okay.
I would like to add there, we had a typo. If we go further down in that paragraph, in the blue where it says, in an area that is designated for that purpose.
Of appropriate age, I was going to ask you about that.
For that purpose, after purpose, it should read, and is barren or cleared of all debris, period. And then a person of appropriate age should go in before that. So if we could reflect those changes to correct that, so.
Okay. Anything else for Dan? This is a public hearing, so if there's any member of the public that would like to address us, this would be your opportunity. Okay, seeing none, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Thank you, Dan, for doing this. I think it will really be helpful to be more consistent. I'd entertain a motion. Vice Mayor.
Let me find it here.
Sorry. Or actually, Councilor Heisler, as a firefighter.
I move to adopt ordinance number 25-484, approving the amendment to the Town Code, Title 8, Chapter 8.04, Fire Restrictions and Outdoor Burning, Sections 8.04010 to 8.04090, and with the changes discussed that we would not allow recreational fires and the typos as directed by the chief.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Is there further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Thank you. That carries unanimously. All right. You're going to hang around with us, huh? Item D3 is discussion and consideration of resolution number 25-1775, authorizing the Pinetop-Lakeside Police Department to submit a 2025 Tohono O'odham Nation, Arizona Revised Statute 5-601-02, 12% gaming distribution grant proposal. Chief.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council. In May, we received a funding proposal through the Tohono O'odham Nation to submit a proposal through them. So at this time, we are requesting authorization to move forward with submitting that proposal. What we are going to submit for is equipment for 2 patrol vehicles. We did receive quotes through state contract Ford dealer in Arizona, and a vehicle upfitting company also. The total for those costs would be $134,342.52. The proposal is due on the 9th of June. So at this time, we're just seeking authorization to submit that to the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Thank you, Dan. Are there any questions for Dan? Councilor Heisler?
I move to adopt and approve resolution number 25-1775, authorizing the town of Pinetop-Lakeside through the Pinetop-Lakeside Police Department to submit a 2025 Tohono O'odham Nation, Arizona Revised Statute 5-601-02, 12% gaming distribution grant proposal, and if successful, appoint Chief of Police Dan Barnes as agent to conduct all negotiations and execute the grant in aid agreement with the nation before November 30th, 2025.
I'll second that.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Is there further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Thank you. That carries unanimously. Thank you, Dan. Item D4 is discussion and consideration of resolution number 25-1776, approving a grant from Arizona State Parks Board for the purchase of an OHV. Commander.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Yes, I come before you seeking approval for a grant from Arizona State Parks for a side-by-side or off-road vehicle that's going to be used for enforcement of state parks and trails related statutes. Our detective, Ricky Bunch, is the one that sought out this grant and did all the paperwork, and we received the grant. It's basically a 90% grant, so it's for the purchase of one vehicle, and then there's a portion of the grant for overtime. So the total project cost is just over $84,000, with the town paying a total of $8,400, and that covers the vehicle and the overtime. Basically, everything is done through reimbursement, where the town will be reimbursed at 90% for all the costs for the initial purchase of the vehicle, and then each time we submit for overtime.
So overtime ongoing, or is that a 1 year, or how's that work?
I'm not sure the time frame of the overtime. I believe it's over a 1 year period, but Ricky would have that answer.
Oh, here he comes. Thank you.
Mayor, Council, so the grant is for a 2-year period. So it begins the end of this month, and then it goes for a period of 2 years. So that total cost that he just told you that the town would be responsible for, that's over a 2-year period. So does that answer that question?
That helps, thank you. Yes. Any other questions?
What was again the cost for the town?
The cost of the town for the whole project is $8,418.38.
Thank you. Thank you for submitting that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Councillor Smith?
Yes, want me to read the motion?
Yes, please.
I move to adopt resolution number 25-1776, authorizing approval of the Arizona State Parks and Trails Off-Highway Vehicle Supplemental Contract ASPT number 552511, authorizing the Chief of Police as agent and/or his designee for the town of Pinetop-Lakeside to conduct all negotiations and to execute and submit all documents and any other necessary or desirable instrument in connection with such grant.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Thank you. That carries unanimously. Thank you. Appreciate that. There being no further business before us tonight, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.